everyone. This is the first episode of our Empowered Abroad podcast. So, this podcast would be basically featuring international current students and aspiring international students. The purpose of this podcast and this segments, which we'll be uploading hopefully on a weekly basis, will be to give you guys an idea about how international studies is, how it is to be abroad, or how the application process is, and how it can be made simpler. So I hope that you guys get a good idea about this. And if there are any questions which a lot of you have about the application process or life abroad, it can be answered by these podcast episodes. That's our aim. And I hope that you all can be a part of it. So for our first episode of our Empowered Abroad series, we have a student who is going to University of Chicago 2024 in fall. His name is Shan Jaffrey. So thank you so much for being here, a part of the podcast, Shan.
No problem.
So we're going to ask Shan about how his application process is and how he landed into one of the top 11 universities in the world because UIC is ranked 11 best university according to the QS rankings worldwide. So Shan, the first question I want to ask you is that how did you come upon Empower Consultants?
So my friends were going to Empower, and then they were like, I should go to a consultancy firm because they're gonna help you with everything. And they actually did, because they literally did everything for me, from making the UCAS account, from Common App account, to choosing which universities to apply to. And if the universities needed a video essay, they helped me with that as well, and they literally did everything for me.
That's really great to hear about. It's always good to hear positive comments about students who are currently enrolled with us. But I want to give a bit of a brief background to the people who are listening right now. Shan, could you just explain right now, currently, what college are you in? Are you in A1, A2, and what part of your application process are you in right now?
So I'm in A level 2 in Nixa College, and I applied to the University of Chicago for economics, and I've gotten accepted to it. And I study economics, business, and maths right now. And I used to study accounts as well in AS, but I dropped it.
What's the reason why you dropped accounts?
So in UK universities, you usually need three subjects to apply to, right? Apply with. And then in those three, I had math, eco, and business, which I got A in. And in accounts, I got a B in. So I thought it was better to drop it and send in the three A's.
Okay, okay. What subjects did you have in O levels? Like, what were your grades in the subjects in O levels?
Oh, my subjects with sciences. I
Okay,
used to have chemistry, physics, maths, language, literature,
okay,
and I'm not sure about the others. I think there
okay.
was one or two more. And I got A star in chemistry, physics, maths, and sociology. And I got A in math and language, and B in Islamiyat.
Okay. So, at what point after your O levels or A levels did you actually start planning your journey for international studies?
It was
And yeah,
after, yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was after my AS, and I think it was like October, September-ish. And my friends were telling me it's quite late to go to a consultancy thing,
Yeah.
but I still went, and it was good that I went, even though it was late.
So, initially, when you came to us, what universities or what countries did you have in mind? You talked a bit about UCAS. So, did you initially
Yeah,
want to apply to the UK as well? And did you?
initially I only applied to UK universities, and later I asked Sir Danish if I could apply to US universities. So in the beginning, my aim was to go to UK universities, and I applied to Oxford, Manchester, Durham, Bath, and Leeds. And honestly, Oxford wasn't even an option for me until Sir Danish told me about it. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
And I got the opportunities to take the entrance test and all, thanks to Sir Danish telling me about the potential of going there.
Yeah.
But I was rejected from Oxford and Durham and got into Bath, Leeds, and Manchester.
Okay. So then, what was the reason that you actually transitioned from applying to UK universities to then deciding that you want to go to US?
I wanted more options open. I was like, okay, if I was gonna go to UK, it was gonna be Manchester, right? So if I could try to apply to universities which is ranked higher than Manchester, there's no harm to it. So I was like, okay, I want to try US unis.
So your thought process was that a lot of people have a consideration that regardless of the ranking of universities, they're sure they want to go UK or US. So for you, it was all about the university ranking
Yeah,
and
it
the
was
name
all
of the
about the
university.
ranking.
Yeah, that's a
And
really good consideration to have. For the viewers, what grades did you have after A1?
after A1, I got A in business. The breakdown was double A, and in eco, I got a breakdown of A, B, and in business, no. What was the other one? Maths. I got A, B in maths as well.
Okay, okay, that's very nice. So in US, as you probably know, and just for our viewers also, extracurriculars are extremely important, right?
Yeah.
It's important to have a good extracurricular, behind you. So what kind of extracurriculars were you involved in apart from your studies?
So surprisingly, I don't have such a good extracurricular. And I'm surprised Sir Danish even told me about the potential of going to U Chicago. And I'm surprised that he even knew that I could get in.
Yeah,
But my extracurriculars was community service, which my previous school told me to had to, make me do.
yeah.
And other than that, I had teachers assistants in Nixer for maths and head boy in my, no, not head boy, house captain in my O levels. Other than that, I wrote small things like basketball, and I'm not sure about the others. I wrote basketball, and that's all I can remember right now.
Yeah. So another thing about US, which a lot of people actually oversee,
Mhm.
is how important your personal statement and supplementary
It's
is.
very important. I believe it's very important
So
because
what can you tell the listeners about the importance of that, and maybe some tips about how they could work on that or make it better?
so I had Sir Ride help me in my essays. He was amazing, and he literally helps you through everything. I think Sir Ride is amazing in helping you through essay writing. And I think essay is where the university gets to know you better. And then in US unis, uh, I don't know how you say it. I think it's holistic approach
Yeah,
or holistic
yeah,
admission.
holistic. Yeah,
They look through everything,
yeah,
not only your grades, not only your
right,
GPA, not only your SAT. They look through your extracurriculars and essay writings.
yeah,
And I think the essay is very important for US unis because my extracurricular is not like compared to other people who's applying to these top universities. I don't think it's comparable to theirs. And even my grades, there's going to be a lot of people who's going to have great, amazing grades applying to these good universities.
yeah.
So essay writing is where you can sell them on how you can contribute to their universities. And I think Sir Ride was amazing in helping me through that.
It's really great to hear that you had a good experience with us. And just for the viewers who don't know, Sir Danish is our CEO, CEO of Empower Education Consultants. And he had, of course, personally overseen Shian's case. And Alhamdulillah, it had gone well in that regards to just two, three things for those who are listening, because I want that this podcast, of course, it should be about the experiences of students who are about to go and currently there, but also informative. So, like Shian said, that US has a holistic approach. What that means for those who want to apply for the US means that it doesn't matter if you only have the grades, or even if you don't have the grades, or if you have extracurriculars or you don't. If you have decent extracurriculars, decent grades, and well-rounded personal statement, and your supplementary questions, which are questions according to universities which you have to answer, then you have a good chance of getting into US. So it doesn't really look at just one aspect of your academic life, which is studies. So for all those wanting to go to US, that's something which you can definitely keep in mind. And of course, our team also does know a lot about these intricacies, and the reason behind that is because we have majority ex-international graduates who are counseling currently. Sir Danish, who Shana just mentioned, our CEO is a graduate from University of Edinburgh. Our other chief student officer, Mr. Amir, is a graduate from University of Leicester, and I myself, 1.5 years ago, graduated from Monash University. So we do understand the points where student needs help in their application process, and of course, we have personal experience, which is really important, where we can help the students out. So, Sharon, I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm just going to ask you another one, two questions before I let you go. What I want to ask is that uh, did you face any problem in terms of your housing, or have you thought about your housing as of yet, your accommodation in
No, I
Chicago?
haven't. I believe that everyone has to go to the dorms in the first 2 years in New Chicago, but I still haven't gotten into that part yet because I'm in Japan and Sir Danish told me that he's gonna talk about it and do the visa after I come back.
Okay, okay, yeah, that does make sense because we have quite a lot of time for your application too. It's in August, your intake, August, September intake.
Yeah.
So you have quite a lot of time for that. So what are your future plans, Shan? I mean, after you graduate, have you thought about it? I mean, all students before going abroad have some purpose or the other in mind. So what do you want to do after you graduate?
After I graduate the university,
Yeah.
I have nothing in mind right now. I'm just gonna enjoy my last few months in next year and
Yeah.
then go to my universities and see what happens after that.
Okay, okay. But do you have anything in mind in terms of if you want to, of course, gain work experience abroad, few years come back, or then come to Pakistan, or of course you're dual national, you're also Japanese, so you want to go to Japan and explore work opportunities there.
It's gonna be 4 years later. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't thought
Yeah.
about it.
It's actually kind of refreshing to hear that students going into top tier universities also don't have it all planned out. It gives a lot of confidence for those who are going to comparatively middle tier universities to be like, okay, we have time. We have 3, 4 years. We can just enjoy the process and then see how it goes. So it's really nice to talk to you, Shan. And I think we talked about quite a lot, covered a lot of bases today. And I think it's going to be really helpful for those who want to apply for US and give them a much more holistic approach, like the approach for US is about how they can apply and what to expect. And I hope that we can, continue this journey with other students and try to gain as much as knowledge from students who are actually a part of this as we can. So I want to thank you again, and thank you for the listeners who are listening to this. And we will try to continue to give you guys as much as information as we can on our brand new Empowered Abroad podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and see you till next time. Thank you. Love this.
Thank you.